Hello, everyone. Today is Wednesday, March 2nd, 2022. Fishing gives employment to 55,000 citizens. This article is taken from Jornal de Angola. Esperanza da Costa admitted, given the positive numbers of artisanal fishing in Angola, that the segment contributes to the creation of direct and indirect jobs, as well as to an increase in family income. No less important is the fact that the fishing activity presents in 2021 a significant evolution in the country with a positive variation of 36%. In addition, according to the Secretary of State, the artisanal fishing segment constitutes a source of high quality protein foods, guaranteeing the food and nutritional security of citizens. For this reason, among other benefits, the director considers the artisanal fishing segment as one of the fishing activities of extreme importance for the country, considering the number of operators it includes and the nutritional value it generates for families. According to Esperanza da Costa, the growth of aquaculture in Angola results from the incentives that the public and private sector have given to the cultivation of fish in excavated ponds, enclosures, and cages, with emphasis on the recovery of the hatchery centers in Golome, Malanje, and Masangano, Kwanzaa Norte. And I looked up what aquaculture is, and it's basically it's fishing, but it's also replenishing the fish, and I assume adding more fish to it, and then I'm just guessing, and then they have offspring, and then and then after so much time, then is back to what it was before. He also pointed to the development of communal aquaculture in Bengo province, the reactivation of 250 tanks in Malanje, as well as private initiatives in the provinces of Uige, Lunda Sul, and Lunda Norte, as factors that have significantly contributed to the expansion of aquaculture activity in the parents. In this regard, despite the activity being at an embryonic stage, the provinces of Uige, Malanje, and Cabinda, have been identified as being outstanding in the practice of communal aquaculture. According to Samuel Vieira, a technician at the Instituto da Pesca Artesanal e Aquicultura, IPA. For the technician, the aquaculture activity produced in a sustainable way contributes to the increase of food and nutritional security, helping to fight hunger and reduce poverty. Faced with the scenario, even without specifying statistical data on the country's aquaculture activity, the Secretary of State assures that the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries will continue with this action to improve the legal framework for the fisheries and aquaculture sector, with a view to guaranteeing the protection of artisanal fishermen. The Secretary of State for Fisheries, Esperanza da Costa, spoke last Sunday at the closing ceremony of the first edition of the National Maritime, Continental, and Aquaculture Artisanal Fisheries Fair, which took place from 25th to 27th February in Luanda. So this should be a good example for places like what country there was. I don't want to get the name wrong. I don't want to accuse the wrong country, but a country on the west coast of of West Africa, and it was, and I think there's more than one that actually did this recently, um, allowing the Chinese to come in other countries have done it. I don't want to go into the distant past, but recently, and it's probably still ongoing. One country in West Africa, off this coast, still allowing the Chinese to come there and fish and use the fish that they catch for food for their animals, whatever. I don't know exactly what it's for, but it's fish meal, and it's two different things. One is fish meal, but it's not regular fish, just eating nutritious fish for human consumption, so that we remain healthy. Um, it's to so that they could take it back to China and feed it to their animals or whatever. But that was one of many scandals involving the Chinese just destroying our land. And another one would be different African countries. Again, I don't want to go into the past and dig up bad news and accuse nations that have probably gotten over this, and some seem to have made changes. But the Chinese go in and they get contracts on mines, and they just destroy the rivers and lakes, the bodies of water, with the chemicals from the equipment and supplies that they use to for their mining activities. And so we see here another good example of Angola. And I keep telling everyone that the three examples that I see that are positive on the African continent are Ethiopia, Nigeria, and Angola. Not necessarily in that order. Though I keep saying the same thing. Those are the three countries that impress me the most. And this is just, they're setting good examples for the rest of Africa. And you heads of state, if you want to see good examples of good governance, look at these three countries.